He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. There are no facts, only interpretations. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. When you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. Become who you are. Without music, life would be a mistake. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations, and epochs, it is the rule. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. The snake, which cannot cast its skin, has to die. All truly great thoughts are conceived while walking. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. A thought comes when it will, not when I will. Convictions are more dangerous enemies of truth than lies. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. What is done out of love always takes place beyond good and evil. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. There is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness. Hope is the worst of evils, for it prolongs the torment of man. Man is something that shall be overcome. We love life, not because we are used to living, but because we are used to loving. One repays a teacher badly if one remains only a pupil. In heaven, all the interesting people are missing. Everything the state says is a lie, and everything it has stolen. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. He who despises himself still respects himself as one who despises. There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. To forget one's purpose is the commonest form of stupidity. What is great in man is that he is a bridge and not an end. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. Morality is the herd instinct in the individual. Whoever cannot command himself should obey. A casual stroll through the lunatic asylum shows that faith does not prove anything. Is man merely a mistake of God? Or God merely a mistake of man? You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame. The demand to be loved is the greatest of all arrogant presumptions. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. To predict the behavior of ordinary people in advance, you only have to assume that they will always try to escape a disagreeable situation with the smallest possible expenditure of intelligence. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. The strength of a person's spirit would then be measured by how much truth he could tolerate. In pain, there is as much wisdom as in pleasure. You call yourself free. I want to hear your ruling thought, not that you have escaped from a yoke. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. There are no beautiful surfaces without a terrible depth. The surest way to corrupt a man is to teach him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. Thoughts are the shadows of our feelings, always darker, emptier, and simpler. It is not enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it well. One must learn to love oneself with a healthy and sane love, The best author will be the one who is ashamed to become a writer. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. I am not a man. I am dynamite. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends. Whoever despises himself, nevertheless, esteems himself thereby. All credibility, all good conscience, all evidence of truth come only from the senses. You have your way, I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist.